My name's Dennis Griffey. I was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army. They sent me to Iraq. I was there for the first year of the war. Was wounded twice. Lost some good men. And because of that, I carried a lot of guilt and a lot of shame. So to be honest, I was about as much of an atheist as you could be. As far as my crew goes in Iraq, Acosta was a devout Catholic. And, even though I didn't believe, I would ask him to say a prayer for us. And his wife sent us, inspirational scripture cards and things like that. And I took it kind of tongue-in-cheek. I was blown up by an IED, and my driver was killed in the process, and we actually weren't able to get him out of the vehicle, and he burned for several hours, and it actually happened on Veterans Day. So for the last 15 years, people would come up, meaning well, say Happy Veterans Day, and that would instantly bring me down to the guilt that I was carrying. I almost felt like I had to carry this guilt because I owed it to the men who didn't come back. I felt like it was kind of my penance, so to speak. And that's where a lot of my anger came from Iraq, was if this great and powerful God is so loving, why did you take the one who served you? And why not take out the people that make fun of you? In the back of my mind, I'd always carried this depression, this pain. And so it always, even though I thought I could hide it, men think we can hide these feelings, that we can fake the funk better than we can. It truly affected my wife and my kids and my parents for all these years. Every time I went to a counselor, I would unload and walk away with feeling no better than I had already started. So for the last 4 years, my wife's been telling me about, has experience with CrossCounsel, so she kept telling me about how I needed to come here and how I needed to come here. And I didn't want to go anywhere else and talk about it, my experiences, any more than I already had. So finally I agreed to come, in all honesty, just to kind of shut her up. I'd gotten to the point where I was numb talking about my experiences. Part of their treatment was to medicate you to become numb. And so when I came in for my very first session, I had to be honest with Steve and tell him that I don't think I can live up to it on my end of the deal here. I don't think I can be emotional. I don't think I can truly go back to that point without it just being a story. Steve was able to right off the bat, put me at ease. I was honestly surprised in my very first session. I was amazed to have emotion and to feel again something I hadn't felt in a long time. It was actually in my second session that we addressed the incident in Iraq. What was amazing was to actually go back to the moment that everything had happened. For years it had become nothing more than a story that people would jot down notes on, and to actually physically go back and be able to feel the heat and smell the sand and the smoke and to relive it was it was difficult, but the changing moment was the fact that Jesus was standing there with me. And so to go back and relive the experience, but have Jesus show me that I had truly done everything that I could have done, and that Acosta's life wasn't my responsibility. It wasn't in my control. The thing Jesus showed me was that while I was terrified and running around in the environment in the moment that it happened, that Acosta had already gone home and wasn't experiencing the pain that we were, or the fear. I was able to walk out and enjoy my family for the first time during the holidays since the war happened. And so to be able to truly smile for a change and not have to fake it at Thanksgiving, or to truly appreciate somebody saying Happy Veterans Day, or to wrap myself completely in my kids at Christmas time, it was the most freedom I had felt since the first step I took on the plane to Iraq. Since finding him, it's been revolutionary. I'm actually chasing him as hard as I can right now. I think I've become even closer to God than I think I was before my first session.